Coming from rather from being this sweet, naive guy who sings into now being this ruthless killer. I mean, you've traveled the world now suddenly, na?
मेरे गाने से बजाने तक का सफर है.
Like we were just speaking, like Bengali is not a language, it's an emotion.
You really put it well.
Neeraj Pandey has that amount of faith in me.
So I can't let him down.
I can't let him down.
Talent का भंडार sir है already.
कह सकते हैं.
He can't take compliments. Hey guys, my name is Shravan Shah and today I'm going to be having a conversation with the cast and makers of Khakee the Bengal Chapter. What's up guys, how you guys doing? Was it worth the anticipation?
Oh yes.
Debatma, he's just smiling. Are you okay?
No, I'm absolutely fine.
Yeah, love it. I had to bring this energy for Khakee the Bengal Chapter by the way. I have watched 3 episodes of the show and I can officially say this on camera. I'm a fan. I'm officially a fan. So if you've not watched Khakee the Bengal Chapter, guys, it's released on Netflix. You have to go and watch it. They're not even paying me to say this, but I'm going to still say it because I love these guys. So, Debatma, first of all, a huge compliment to you. So there are a few reviews that I've read. And the one thing that a lot of them said was, we like how the makers have cast all Bengalis in the show because it's kept close to the authenticity of the show. While, of course, they didn't know that a lot of them are not even Bengalis, so that's a compliment to you, sir.
Yeah.
But do you believe that as a maker, when you make a show that's set in West Bengal, when the cast is local, it also brings a lot of nuances that probably somebody who does not even live in Bengal may not even understand. Do you feel that?
Yeah, I think as actors, I don't think that poses any kind of problem with the location, but obviously actors from Bengal help when you're trying to tell a story about Bengal, and the idea just being ki, see there's no dearth of talents in Kolkata.
Absolutely.
Also with so many being political crime thrillers and all of that, one conversation Neeraj ji, we as makers, we always had was to bring a very fresh content. When you want to see a show on Bengal, it is only natural that we cast the amount of and great talents that are there in Bengal. Also makes way for a great viewing experience for all the audiences that are there all around India. It's not just ki, Hindi actors, ऐसा नहीं है कि Hindi actors नहीं कर पाते, सब कर पाते. Every actor is capable of doing anything.
Yeah.
Like how you pointed out, Aadil is from Bhopal and he's as Bengali right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's the job of the makers and the actors and the team to kind of own up to the city and be a part of it.
Yeah.
Like we were just speaking, like Bengali is not a language; it's an emotion,
it's an
and
emotion.
so is any other language in the world.
When I came to the city for the trailer launch, that was my second time.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah,
how
I was
cool!
there.
How cool!
So that was my second time in Kolkata, and while I was watching the show, I was like, wow, like I can feel the energy while watching it. And if you've managed to do that as a storyteller, I think, you've done a fab job. So kudos to you for that.
Thank you.
Also, can we also talk about these two gentlemen on your left and right?
Gentle is
काफी बिल्कुल ही gentle नहीं है ये दोनों show में. पर मतलब कितना उम्दा काम किया. Look at me speaking Hindi suddenly. I've just said unda. So Mr. Radhe, coming from Radhe, from being this sweet, naive guy who sings and is heartbroken to now being this ruthless killer. I mean, you've traveled the world now suddenly, na?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
I've been calling it मेरे गाने से बजाने तक का सफर है.
literally. But listen, जब एक ऐसी स्क्रिप्ट आपके पास आती है, ठीक है, of course as an artist you want to lap it up and be like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Okay. But considering the last Khakee was a cat and mouse show, no characters, right? यहाँ पे एक तो एक ensemble है.
Correct.
Was the actor in you also a little greedy where you were like, कि यार, how well are they going to chalk my storyline out? Because eventually that's why you're doing something.
So, firstly, as you said, you already put it very well that as an actor, you anyway get excited that you've been given the chance and the platform to explore yourself as an actor. And with makers like Neeraj sir, Debatma, Tushar, Sheetal sir, for them to put in the trust कि इस बंदे को हमने देखा है परफॉर्म करते हुए, बट ये शायद ये भी कर सकता है, ट्राई करके देखते हैं. For them to place that bet on me, it's a privilege.
Absolutely.
It's the biggest validation that an actor can look for, that these kind of makers think that I can do something like this. Now, the confidence in me that will I be able to pull it off or not comes from the fact that I've been on stage since I was a child. And stage has no age barrier, no
talent का भंडार sir है already.
कह सकते हैं.
He can't take compliments.
I'm very
Love it.
awkward. Yeah.
That's so awkward. He's like, वो सच है, बिल्कुल ही दोहरा नहीं उसमें.
हाँ, facts से आगे बढ़ते हुए. No, but very honestly, I truly feel privileged that they made me a part of this and gave me a part like Shagor. But I have been lucky that every project that I do is a big ensemble anyway.
Yeah.
Like most of the work that
True.
you see of mine, they always have a chunk of actors who are very good actors
Yeah.
also. With makers like them, you know, I have every Neeraj sir project, at least most of them has a huge ensemble. Most
Always,
of them.
always.
Special 26 le lo aap, Baby le lo aap.
Yeah.
Wednesday
Wednesday.
also had, all of them had a very strong ensemble.
True.
So when you see that these kind of storytellers and how they maintain the narrative of having a big ensemble and how they treat every part in their storytelling, I came in with absolutely no doubts कि चाहे मुझे वो कहे कि तेरा काम 5 दिन का है, मुझे पता है वो 5 दिन बहुत ही impactful कुछ काम हो.
Yeah. That's so well put. That's genuinely so well put. In your case, did we audition for it, sir?
No, I did not. This
Again,
is,
another talent.
I mean, no, I auditioned
The modesty
day
here
and
is
night.
amazing.
What is modesty again?
But then this is not the first project that I'm doing with Neeraj sir.
Yeah.
I did
Again.
Special Ops 1.5 before that. So I auditioned for Special Ops 1.5, and then I was a part of the family.
Then he's like, now though I know everything that Neeraj sir is making, I'm a part of it.
Yeah.
But, you know, to that, okay, to have trust of a filmmaker like
Yeah.
Neeraj Pandey,
Yeah.
I mean, huge compliment to
Yeah.
you and your
Absolutely.
talent, right?
Absolutely.
And it somewhere also underlines the fact that maybe you may not be seen every year on screen, but you know, जब आप दिखोगे तब चमकोगे.
Correct.
ठीक है? तो जब एक वो ट्रस्ट होता है एक फिल्ममेकर का आप में, कहीं ना कहीं do you feel that it also gives you that kind of boost that hey, it's not just me who thinks I'm a good actor.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll tell you see, let's understand this. Khakee, the Bengal chapter. I'm not a Bengali. Most of the cast are the biggies from the city.
Yeah.
And then taking me, and like we rightly mentioned, there was no audition.
Yeah.
Putting that amount of faith in me, making me a part of the project
It's a
with a
huge
character
bet.
like
Yeah.
that.
It's a huge bet.
Yeah.
It's a huge bet.
And I remember when that time we were discussing dates and all, there was another project. So Neeraj sir said that you would need some time for the workshop because dialect training, accent training, language training and everything. And I told him that, yes sir, I'll do it. So he said, yeah, I'm not worried about that. You're a hardworking boy. And then suddenly I thought that, okay, now I have that responsibility also on me.
Yeah.
Because somebody of that stature, Neeraj Pandey, has that amount of faith in me.
Correct.
Yeah. So I can't let him down.
I can't let him down.
Absolutely.
And that also gave me some sleepless nights because I also didn't have any reference for this character that I'm playing, Ranjit. Because, you know, you will see gangsters from Mumbai, from South, from Gujarat, Haryana, Punjab, everywhere. But, you know, this shade of Kolkata has not been explored yet.
Yeah.
The other shade, obviously, we are all aware of. But this dark gangster shade of
That's
Calcutta,
true.
zero reference.
Yeah.
So we had to build up from the scratch. Thankfully, Debatma Da, Tushar Da, who's the co-director and also the DOP of the show, Neeraj sir, Sheetal sir, these people were there. So these genius people, they kind of mold us into it. Ritwik, we guys had the workshop together. On the initial discussion level, when we were talking about the friendship between the two of us, then people started talking about the brotherhood between the two of us because that's what organically developed.
Yeah.
And that's rare, yeah. I don't know
is
whether
true.
something like this will happen again with me in future. I hope it does. I hope I get to act with him again because he's not just a fantastic actor, he's such a great selfless human
Mr.
being.
Sanjay Leela Bhansali, just saying it again. Two humans here.
Yes.
Modest बिल्कुल नहीं है, तो आप देख लेना. But I think it's high time you cast all three of them. Sir here has done a fab job with Khakee the Bengal chapter. To what he was saying, Debatma.
Yeah.
Responsibility, ठीक है. Even though technically Khakee the Bengal chapter is not a sequel to Khakee Part 1,
correct.
It's still a continuation of, you know, the Khakee story, right? And the one thing जितना मैंने देखा है, which I can say proudly, is that बहुत कम होता है ये जब एक Part 2 is better than Part 1, and especially the Indian context of it. And with the Bengal chapter, the kind of efforts you guys have taken, it's so evident. Now, somewhere while you were writing it, was there a pressure that we have to do better than Khakee, you know, the Bihar chapter, because everybody still talks about it, right? And अगर करेंगे तो कैसे बेहतर करेंगे because लोग सेम नहीं है. वहाँ पे 2 लोग थे, यहाँ पे पूरा झुंड आ गया है.
Correct.
So what was it like?
नहीं, एक्चुअली अगर वो प्रेशर लेके करते ना तो थोड़ा कुछ फॉल्टर ही करते. आई थिंक व्हाट वी वेंट इन विद वाज एब्सोल्यूट कंप्लीट ऑनेस्टी. we wanted to tell a story very badly. I mean, I being from Kolkata, Neeraj being from Kolkata, the writer Samrat Chakraborty, who's the other writer for the show, he's a Bengali. We all wanted to tell the story really bad. I think that hunger is what takes you to write something which is good. Now, whether it is better, whether it is worse, whether it almost matches up to what great height Bihar chapter has reached is up to the audience to judge. I mean, we are no judges there. I mean, we are as entertained with the Bihar chapter.
Yeah.
What we could only do was to be very honest to the medium and write something that was entertaining us, and we were feeling, and we were asking God ki, the audience when they watch it, they'd love it as well.
To what he spoke about right now is the honesty. Now for you guys also as actors, ठीक है, जब आप एक स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ते हो, I think somewhere deep within, like forget the part कि आपको ये करना है नहीं करना है, but I think कहीं ना कहीं आपके गट में आपको समझ आता है यार ये बहुत honest storytelling है, ये बहुत honesty से आ रहा है, ठीक है. Now sometimes that honesty may transpire, sometimes it doesn't transpire, right? Ritwik and Aadil, for both of you all, have you all reached that level today where you all feel that probably script पे बहुत सही था, but कहीं ना कहीं गड़बड़ हुई. So when do you realize कि यार स्क्रिप्ट में थोड़ा इशू है, मतलब जो बना रहे अभी it's not actually what we had actually set out to make.
I can't remember an instance exactly to say कि इस प्रोजेक्ट में ऐसा फील हुआ.
हाँ, that's fine, but I'm saying कहाँ पे समझ जाता है.
मुझे लगता है कि स्क्रिप्ट से ज्यादा ना, क्योंकि देखिए आपने जब प्रोजेक्ट शुरू ही किया तो आपने एक ढांचा तो पढ़ा ही हुआ है. Like there's already a foundation and that's why you're taking part in it because you like the foundation. तो स्क्रिप्ट तो है ही है जैसा है. So you've taken a choice that you want to be a part of this story, you want to play this character. So that choice obviously comes from a very positive vibe that's reflected off the page. Correct? पता तब चलता है जब आप उन लोगों के साथ वक्त बिता लेते जो लोग ये शो को बना रहे हैं. It's never at the script level or a technical level. It's always at a very human level that you start understanding कि थोड़ा ऑफ जा रहा है दोस्त, ये तो कुछ टीढ़ी बातें कर रहा है बंदा, ये तो कुछ और ही हो रहा है.
डेलुलू
डफुल, हाँ, ये थोड़ा डेलुलू का सोलुलू नहीं मिल रहा है क्लियरली. तो वो तो इंसान को परखते हुए पता चल जाता है. वो एक हफ्ते में 10 दिन में, कभी कभी तीसरे महीने में पता चलता है कि अरे भाई 2 महीने हो गए, अब समझ में आया हम तो गलत ही चल रहे. ये हो सकता है.
टू व्हाट ही सेड कि स्पेशली जब आप खाकी द बंगाल चैप्टर जैसे ensemble में काम करते हो, there is you can't work on it if there is no human connection, because what will happen eventually is you're going to be greedy, he's going to be greedy, he's going to be greedy, और कहीं ना कहीं what will suffer is this.
Correct.
ठीक है.
Always.
The one thing that I also felt while I was watching the show is it's very honest, not only from a director or a scriptwriter's POV, but also as actors.
Correct.
Yeah.
You look like you're going through that. It looks like you're going through that, and that's the honesty that you're bringing in. It was not the greed कि my character has to look better than everybody else, right? कि बहुत बार ये भी होता है ना कि यार उस जैसी कुछ चीज बनानी. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आपको बोला गया होगा कि यार खाकी द बिहार चैप्टर जैसा बनाना है कुछ, and you were like bro, but we are making Bengal chapter. वो बन गया. Let's move on from there. So that.
I'll tell you a different perspective on this.
Please.
I think that I understand how the project is going to go on the basis of the homework which is in place before we go in front of the camera and shoot. Like, when we talk about Khakee, the Bengal chapter, the drafts, when we were talking about the script, how do you translate exactly what is written on the script? So many drafts were changed, rewriting, putting the minds, and such great minds. Neeraj sir was there, he was writing it. So many changes were made, constantly these guys were at it. And then workshops and everything. So when you create an environment like that, actors are bound to now get personally invested into the entire storyline.
Wow.
Then just think about themselves. Never the focus was on ke, oh, यहाँ पर मैं ऐसा कर लूँगा तो मैं खा जाऊँगा सामने वाले को. All that never happened.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, there are so many, because it's again a collective approach, so there are so many factors responsible for that. This being one of it, कि इतना homework अगर in place होता है, so you take the entire thing personally. It becomes personal for you. But also being fortunate and lucky enough to get such actors,
That's true.
to work with. No, but very honestly, very, very honestly, because somebody, for example, if the camera is placed on me, and Ritwik is not in the frame. And I'll say the same thing for Jeet Da, Bumba Da also. Everyone, all of these people. Yeah. I'm not from Bengal. I went there, I never felt that I'm an alien into the space of somebody else's family.
Yeah.
Because they owned us like that. The city owned us like that. There was a strong brotherly energy. They made us comfortable. When I am on the camera, these guys are not even there. They'll still give the full energy to their performance so that I receive out of it and I react. And vice versa, I was also doing that.
So speaking to somebody recently, and this human being was telling me that what happens with superstars is you don't direct them. You never direct them. You tell them, this is the scene. You tell me, what are you going to do? This is the area. And then I will plan everything else out. Considering you have such talented powerhouses in your show, with them, that chemistry comes very naturally, like that's something that they build. But when you, as a storyteller, sit there and direct these people, how do you play it? Because here, you are not dealing with one person, you're dealing with 3 people together. And 3 well-known talent houses. Go for it.
I think this question, it never felt like that actually. I mean these icons, these legends from the industry, and all the other actors, like how he was putting it, like it's a very unique occurrence that has happened to me as well. Where you
Touch wood to
yeah,
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kudos to that.
And I hope it kind of follows. There was just good energy, like you said. Like when you watch this show, you'd feel there is no malice, and it is for real. I mean, we ended up on set every day like it was a big, amazing picnic.
Yeah.
We went there wanting to discover new things, wanting to do new things, and you always wanted to go back. You know, by the time we were packing up in the night, we were already excited for the next day. There was not one moment. I think from every technician to every actor, I don't think we've ever faced that one moment where somebody has come up or somebody's felt कि यार ये खत्म करके घर जाते हैं यार आज मजा नहीं आ रहा है.
That's true.
It is, and it's a very unique experience. I'll tell you, it has happened, and it's still a pinch me moment कि something like this has happened. Other than that, I think Jeetda, Proshenjitda, everybody came on board, and they were like clean slates.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And the whole hunger that they wanted to do something for Bengal, and everybody was invested in the project like so, and so much faith into the script and us that I could at least call, cut and say, sir, aur ek kar lete hain." You know, sometimes you get scared ki you are icons,
absolutely what I
you're
was
stopping
talking
a legend, and the legend would just look at you and go, what?
Yeah.
Did you just stop
Kuch nahi
it?
hua. I mean, it was so comfortable to the point कि it did not even feel like work. एक तो वो है ही कि we love the medium so much. We are all for the medium. I mean, you bring any kind of ego, any kind of baggage, and it is going to show up on screen no matter what.
True.
No matter how big of an actor you are, it is going to show if it's inside of you.
That is true.
And I think they came on with all honesty. Every department came on with all honesty. When we speak ensemble, it's just not the lead. If you see their group, it's a huge group.
Oh, yes. The gangsters,
And
the
if
gang
you
members.
see, they're all putting out energies, and everybody's feeding off each
other's energies.
And same goes for the cops, same goes for the politicians as well. You don't go to one room and feel alienated. You feel like you're sitting there, you are with them, you're feeling the same energies that they're feeling.
Yeah.
I think that is something that has happened. कैसे हो गया पता नहीं ये
So
तो
a little answer to that is probably the next project you do and the project that you do after that. You can just cast people on your left and right, which just brings so much good aura and energy.
Left, right, the other room.
It's just both of them, guys. It's just both of them. But thank you so much, guys. That was my time with you guys. And I'm not saying this because Ritwik's paid me money. I'm just gonna say this, that honestly, 2 of you all are like such talented powerhouses. And I only wish well for you guys.
Thank you so much.
Keep soaring high, keep making all of us proud, because we all know that the entire internet out there is looking out for you guys.
Thank you so
Because
much.
that's the kind of efforts that all of you all have brought in for Khakee the Bengal chapter. Keep soaring high, all 3 of you all. I'm going to see you guys super
Thank
soon.
you.
Till then, this one is a wrap.